The Quiz with Balls blends intellectual challenges with physical humor, appealing to fans of classic game shows and physical competitions. Contestants navigate answering difficult questions while avoiding being knocked into water by giant rubber balls for a chance to win $100,000. The show's unique combination of trivia, stunts, and humor caters to a broad audience, from trivia enthusiasts to those who enjoy watching physical challenges. If there's one television genre that most people still enjoy, it's physical competitions where people get mildly hurt. Shows like Wipeout, American Ninja Warrior, or Jackass all feature wacky, over-the-top stunts that let audiences laugh at other people's misfortune. Something about seeing someone get knocked into a pool of water by a series of wacky obstacles just feels right. It's also why shows like America's Funniest Home Videos have persisted long into the YouTube video era. Fox's new reality game show, suggestively titled The Quiz with Balls, combines elements of those physical challenge shows with the more traditional game show atmosphere. Along with others like Fox's The Floor and NBC's Deal or No Deal Island, it's part of a growing trend of modernizing and updating the traditionally stagnant game show field, one of the most heavily regulated thanks to cheating scandals in the 1950s. But despite its name and premise, The Quiz with Balls takes itself rather seriously as a game show with high-level, challenging questions. Just don't get an incorrect answer on national TV. So what is this show, and how does it appeal to fans of classic Wipeout and other physical competitions? Let's take a look. The basic premise of The Quiz with Balls. So what's this show all about? Strictly as a game show, it follows a pretty standard premise. Hosted by Saturday Night Live alum Jay Pharoah, 2 teams of 5 face off each episode for a chance to win up to $100,000. The teams take turns answering questions with multiple correct answers. In the first round, there are 6 answer options, 5 correct and 1 incorrect. If they select all 5 correct responses, they win $5,000, and all players move on to the next round. However, if any player chooses the 1 incorrect answer, they are eliminated. If a team loses a player in round 1, round 2 will have 4 correct and 2 incorrect answers, meaning 2 players could be eliminated. The number of correct options decreases by 1 every time a player goes out. Correct answers are worth $2,000 in round 2, $3,000 in round 3, $4,000 in round 4, and $5,000 in round 5. Whichever team has more money after round 5 plays in the bonus round. In that round, 1 player from the team faces a question with 5 correct answers and 1 incorrect. If they choose the 5 correct ones in order, they win $100,000. However, if they choose the incorrect one at any point, the game is over, but they still get to keep whatever was won during the earlier rounds. It's your basic, by-the-numbers trivia show until you get to the exact method for eliminating contestants. Each of the 6 responses is presented on one ramp on a platform, and players stand in front of an answer at the bottom of a ramp that they believe to be correct. Next, giant rubber balls are released from the tops of the ramps. Yes, you read that right. Balls on the ramps with correct answers will stop just before the bottom, but balls with incorrect answers roll to the end and knock whoever is standing there into a pool of water below. That player is then eliminated from the game. The stakes get higher as the number of players decreases and the number of incorrect responses increases. If a team has 3 players left, the board would be split with 3 right and 3 wrong answers. It would then be possible for all 3 surviving players to be eliminated. If all players are eliminated, then the other team wins by default. The appeal of physical challenges and contestant humiliation. Many of the questions on The Quiz with Balls seemed geared to get more people in the water, as they're not exactly common knowledge. Topics include complex questions about human body parts, word origins, types of food like cheese and apples, etc. While some might seem clearer after later reflection, it's much more difficult in the moment. On stage, players try their best to stay out of the water, which could complicate the thinking process. While undoubtedly a stressor for them, it's excellent for us watching at home. Most game shows operate on the simple premise that audiences will want the contestants to succeed. But on the quiz with balls, the enjoyment comes when someone answers incorrectly and is bounced by the balls into the water. Sometimes, host Pharaoh even prolongs their misery by releasing just a few balls at a time. It's the same idea behind the success of shows like Wipeout, American Ninja Warrior, and others. There's something innately hilarious about watching people stumble, fall, and humiliate themselves on national television. We can all think, hey, at least it's not me. Of course, they're never seriously injured, just tossed around enough for a good laugh. It's the American pastime of watching others make fools of themselves. But the quiz with balls seems to appeal to a more highbrow crowd. That is, those who want a challenging game show to test their intellect while also laughing at people bouncing off balls into the water. If you're a fan of trivia, stunts, and money, keep this one on your radar. The Quiz with Balls airs on Fox and streams on Hulu.